Are you struggling to handle multiple button clicks in your recycler view? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into how to manage on-click events for multiple buttons within a card view. I totally get it. It can be really frustrating when you have multiple buttons in a recycler view and you can't figure out which one was clicked. This is a common challenge many developers face. Here's the specific question we're addressing. One user asked how to differentiate between button clicks in a recycler view that contains two buttons in each card view. They have the on-click events set up, but need help handling these clicks in the activity class. So, what's the issue here? The user has implemented the on-click listener in the view holder, but is struggling to pass the click events back to the activity to determine which button was clicked. Let's break this down. And stick around. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear solution that will make your recycler view interactions seamless. To differentiate which button was clicked in the recycler view, the user should modify the on-click method in the view holder. This involves passing the button's identifier to the activity through the interface. Next, the user should update the custom item click listener interface to include an additional parameter. This parameter will indicate which button was clicked. Now the user needs to implement the on-item-click method in the activity. This method will handle the logic based on which button was clicked. Finally, the user should test the implementation to ensure that the correct button clicks are being logged and handled appropriately in the activity. Fun fact: did you know that the recycler view was introduced to improve performance and flexibility over the list view? It's a game changer for Android development. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user offers an alternative solution for handling multiple button clicks in a recycler view. They suggest implementing an interface with methods for each button click and the item click. In the view holder, they set click listeners for the buttons, which call the appropriate methods in the interface. In the adapter, the user defines the click listeners for each button, passing the clicked student object to the corresponding method in the interface. This allows the activity or fragment to handle the logic based on which button was clicked. Now let's see a response from a different user. An alternative solution suggests setting up a custom item click listener in your activity. First, define the listener in the onCreate method. Then, pass this listener to your adapter. In the adapter, store the listener in the constructor. Then, in the onBindViewHolder method, set onClick listeners for each button. When a button is clicked, call the listener's onItemClick method to get the position. Let's take a look at an answer from another user. An alternative approach shared by another user involves setting an on-click listener directly on the buttons within the view holder. They suggest creating a method in your activity that takes the button's position as a parameter. When a button is clicked, you can pass the position to this method to perform the desired action. Here's a pro tip. Always ensure your click listeners are clearly defined and separated for better readability and maintenance. This will save you time in the long run. And there you have it. You should now be able to handle multiple button clicks in your recycler view with ease. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.